are expecting Neil to go down on the inside, a bit like Rodders did there on Keith. Rodders sees a gap and he goes for it. And then meanwhile, Vince has passed Jamo. He's alongside Jamo. Jamo's going back through on the inside. Vince is on the outside. The end of the Conrod straight into the little keep here. Watch out, boys, side by side, 150 miles an hour. Into the braking zone, almost contact. As they go into the corner, Rodders trying to go around the outside. Seat 1 gets the inside and gets the job done, but Rodders was not giving that up without a fight. It's 5 cars for second place. This is incredible into the hairpin. This is going to end in tears. But back to the leaders side by side for Rodders and Seat down towards the last corner. Here we go. Group C from the Mons Classic, the special event, and this is the main event, and it's part 1. Hi everyone, and welcome back to LPB Racing for round 4, race 2 here at Le Mans. This is a 1 hour race, so it's 20 laps around Circuit de la Sarthe, and I am joined for the first time by a co-commentator. His name is Will. You'll know him from the other races as Will M79, and here he is. Say hi, Will.
Hey, this will be interesting to join. It'll be a good race.
Yeah, should be a really fantastic race, this one. So let's take you through the grid for this one then. So onto the live time when we go. And it's Callum on pole position with Keith alongside, and it's seat 1 in third. And now look, all 3 of them, Will, are on the hard tyres, so that is going to be interesting to see.
Yes, yeah, it's going to be because, the hard tires should last long, but the starts aren't going to be as good. It doesn't get as good as a grip the start of the race like the softs will.
Especially since they're all 3 at the front, so that could really see things hot up into the first corner. Then you've got Red Bull 4th, Rodders in 5th in the Porsche, not a bad one for him, Video in 6th, and we've got Bidster 7th, so 7th down there for Bidster, but also got to bear in mind as well, Will, we've got the weight on the cars, so we've got Bidster with maximum weight, TY behind him in 8th, he is on 2nd place weight, then we've got Seek in 3rd, he's actually on 80 kilos, and we've got Callum at the front on hard tyres with 40 kilos. So that's going to play into the game as well.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting, especially down the Mulsanne. The draft is going to really play a part in this race, I think.
Exactly, and we should see some strong Jaguars and Nissans in this race. And we've got Neil Farmack at the back of the grid in 9th, so watch out for the Mazdas at the back. So let's go off that, let's go across and let's press play. Just going to synchronise, ladies and gentlemen, for me and Will, because we're watching it on separate screens. Obviously, he's in America, I'm in Britain. It's a bit of a distance problem. So here we go, let's 3, 2, 1 and play. So we're getting ready for the start, so all drivers waiting for the green light. Watching Callum at the minute. Revs are going to rise. Will, take it away.
3, 2, 1, go.
And we're off, and it looks like it's a good start between everyone. We've got a Sauber in the middle. Looks like Red Bull got a good start down towards the chicane. Oh, they're playing ping pong with each other. It's Keith and Callum with Red Bull going through the middle, and Red Bull gets into the first corner first, and it's Keith running wide. Everyone else bids. Where's Neil gone? Neil's not even at the first corner yet. What's that? Oh, Keith goes off there. Contact between with the Nissan off. We've got a Nissan off there, Will.
Yeah, it looks like it just jammed up. There was no room for anybody, so it looks like.
Yeah, exactly. And then we've got Rodders off the road with Video side by side as well, going down towards Tetra Rouge, and Rodders has already got a penalty. Naughty, already got one added to the naughty boy list.
Yeah, that's probably going to happen a lot for some very, very fast cars, and you can get lost really quickly, especially.
Yeah, exactly. We've got Video's drafting past Callum now. The speed of the Jaguar making itself obvious, and looks like Red Bull's going to be caught napping here down the straight because he's got everyone else behind him in a draft, and that Jaguar now is pulling Callum with him. So look at the speed difference. This is amazing. This is better than NASCAR.
I think at this point anything's better than NASCAR.
There we go, guys. There's
getting kind of tight down in the hard corner.
Oh yeah, we've got seat 1 ahead of Bidster. He's got a 0.5 second penalty as well, but they should all go away in the braking zone. Going back to the leaders down towards Mulsanne. We've got Videos on the inside, going for the inside on the Sauber into the Mulsanne corner, and Red Bull holds on. The brakes on that Sauber looking like they're working in tip-top shape here, and we've got Bidster and seat 1 further back. Seat 1 goes a bit wide, Bidster goes through. Was the contact back there, Will? Did you see anything?
I mean, there might have been a few touches, but it was kind of horrible. It was getting pretty racy going down into there. It's kind of hard corner.
Yeah, exactly. Got to really get on the brakes and really stamp on that pedal hard. You almost got to break your brake pedal to actually get into that corner. Video's in the lead from Red Bull into Indianapolis.
Oh, got a Jag.
Red Bull, what's happening with the Jags?
It looked like it just lost it.
Spun, yeah, we're spun. We've got a spinner at the back, seat 1. Yeah, he's off at the back of the grid. Oh man, he's got a lot of ground to make up there.
And once he's out of the draft, now it's going to be tough for him to get back up. Pit stops are really what's going to be helping him.
Yeah, and also fuel as well. Don't forget about the fuel, because the fuel's going to be a big help. Whoa! Oh, it's possible, almost slight contact there between Red Bull and Video as we go through at the Porsche curves. And we're going into the right, into the left. Oh, close down at the front. TY's right on the back bumper of Callum. Really close battle for the lead as well. Red Bull and Video. Still Red Bull right behind Video. He's not leaving that Jaguar alone, Will.
No, he's not. He's going to be all over that. He's been very competitive, so he's going to be all over that Jag all race long.
Yeah, and it's just happened as you said it there. He's all over the back of the Jag, and the Jag makes a mistake into the chicane and across the line just now to start another lap. So it's Red Bull now in the lead. So, but again, we've got like Will says, the Mulsanne straight will really make things change up with the drafters. Oh, TY taps Rodders into the chicane and Video goes wide as well. And we've got a real stack of 4 cars here battling for 4th.
It's going to be, I think, the battle of the race. How we watch them go through the season, this is going to be the main battle, I think, for the whole race.
Yeah, we've got Rodders in 4th, 5th TY, and then the 2 Mazdas running together. That's going to be a sound track and a half. Those 2 Mazda rotary engines running together, they make a fantastic sound.
Oh yeah, and they're really fast. So this track is the best for them, I do believe.
Yeah, and we've got Video and Callum side by side on the Mulsanne. Oh, look at this, Will! This is absolutely madness. We've got cars everywhere. It's like it's one big train of cars. And 3 wide now as Neil goes to overtake Callum. Callum must feel like Zonta with Hackett and Schumacher going around each side of him, because they've just gone round everywhere, and he's doing it again. Neil's passing them all. You're right about that Mazda. It's absolutely amazing. And TY's joining in. We're almost 4 wide. Take it away, Will.
This is the best part about this track with these cars. You can race them with what they're doing. And it's getting good down here. We're going to see if they can catch the leader here in the next lap or 2 if they keep doing this.
Yeah, as we go down into Mulsanne, I'll let Will take this corner because this is going to be mad.
And it's looking gonna be like it might be kind of tight going down in here. Actually, they keep it pretty clean, depending on how they've been racing down the Mulsanne.
You see the twitch from Callum as he came out the corner. Whoa.
Oh yeah, I saw that. That's probably going to cost him that position right there if the Jag can get it going.
And don't forget, with the top 3 in the race, remember the top 3 from the grid there, they're on the hard tyres. So Callum is on the hard tyres, so that's going to be one thing to remember in this. So that might be why he's falling back at this early point. And Will should know, because obviously Will, being in America, obviously you have weather where you've got really hot conditions, and that can really affect tyre wear. It's from the inside of Callum, and he's got him. Bits has got him into Arnage, and out of Arnage we go. Bits is up to 6th place, so Callum then goes to the back of the train. What's happened to Keith? Keith's gone back to 8th. He's just gone. Don't know what's happened to him. He's right back with seat 1, so some kind of mistake for Keith that we didn't see there. Did you see anything, Will?
Not circling through that kid, but you never know. He probably could have either gotten out of the draft or could have had an accident.
Yeah, so I've just noticed as well, also, Will, we've got all 3 cars at the back, Keith and Callum, they're all on hard tyres, so that is definitely spelling how the race is going to unfold. The soft tyres are definitely the tyre to be on at this early stage, but the hards will come back to bite them later on, especially if Callum can stay on the back of this group.
Oh yeah, Callum can stay up with them when everybody else is making their pit stop. If he can adjust his fuel right, he can stay out longer and have a better hit of the snap.
Yeah, and oh wow, what a twitch from Callum as well. He's really trying on them hards as Neil goes for the lead. Neil and Red Bull into the chicane. It's Red Bull on the inside. He's fighting back against Neil. God, this Red Bull, this Belgian, he's not holding anything back. Absolutely insane, and he gets a 4.5 second penalty for collision. But we are not counting that towards the overall, they don't carry the penalties because it's just ridiculous. Because the penalties on this game are stupid as Red Bull and Neil again. And almost contact as he goes into Tetra Rouge, and Neil takes the lead onto the straight, but I don't think he'll be staying there for much longer as Rodders and Video are together, and Video Video pressuring Rodders, and Rodders just having to let the Jaguar go through really, because there's not really any there's not really any other option on the straight, is there, Will?
No, there's not. Once you get that drafter going by. Now, if he can get a good lineup and keep him there, he can most likely get him when he goes down to a lot more.
And I dare say Video's just about close enough to Red Bull to start getting a little bit of a draft. I know there's a bit of a big gap there if you look on board with Red Bull there, but you can just see there is a gap starting to, it's just coming down.
Yeah, you're going to see that the more and more this race goes on with how competitive everybody's being. I believe it will be.
And it's amazing how they used to race these cars. 230 mile an hour down the Mulsanne straight, and door handle to door handle goes Rodders and Video down to Mulsanne. Oh my word, how's this going to turn out? Oh my word, Rodders holds on to it. Video very late on the brakes, but the brakes on that Jag, got to commend them. The brakes on that Jag are phenomenal.
Oh yeah, they look like it. I noticed when throughout most of the racing that car can not break anything.
And also, just point out to the viewers, the reason why Will is commentating with me on this one is because, unfortunately, when we did this race, you had kind of had a few, should we say, internet problems.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had a few.
So, but yeah, the good news is now, Will, is you're all fixed and you've been racing since, which is good. So hopefully we'll definitely see Will back in the season later on. These are, just so people know, these aren't edited commentaries. We are doing this completely live as we are doing this, talking to you now. So this is live. Obviously, we know we're doing the actual commentaries live, but obviously the race was done before, so we're doing it on a sort of a delayed replay, if you will. But the commentary is all done in one take. We're not editing any of this in. This is just completely as we see it. As we look into the course curve, we're just starting to spread out a little bit now. I think we've got Red Bull still on the back of Neil. He just will not leave that Mazda alone. I think Neil's found a little rash, and it's called Red Bull.
I noticed down in the back and between Seek and Keith battle, Seek had gotten around, but he's sitting back and waiting for a mistake as well as it looks like.
Right, yeah, well, I'll look at that in a moment. Sorry to cut you off, Will, but Red Bull's just had to get rid of all his penalty before the line. Just remember, this is about a couple of races before we decided to do the things with the collision penalties, so Red Bull had to get rid of all that penalty, and he's now down to 5th. So we'll have to see if he can come back on that, but his tyres are not looking good compared to everyone else's. Those front tyres have taken an absolute battering. As meanwhile, we've got Rodders and Video close again. These two can't separate each other either. But we'll just have a quick look to what you're on about. We've got Seek and Keith come up towards the chicane, and yes, Seek is ahead of Keith now. Do you reckon the tyre choice is the main reason why they're being hindered, or do you think it's just a bit of bad luck as well?
It's probably a little bit of both, because we saw Seek spin it out, and then Keith. I mean, it's probably what happened is when they both either lost it or got out of the draft, and they're on hard tires, so they can't keep up. But it probably will come back to them.
Unless you called Callum.
Oh yeah, Callum.
Unless you called Callum. But also just noticing back here as well, Will, we've got Keith on. He's got about another 1/8 of a tank in the car compared to Seek, so he's definitely been able to save that fuel. That could make a whole big difference as well towards the latter half of the race.
Oh yeah, that's going to play a big game in fuel. If how everybody in this race can save fuel, whoever will do that best will probably be at the top 3 at the end of this hour.
Yeah, as we just listen to the Mazda scream on board with Neil, what a noise as he goes over the top of the hill down towards Mulsanne. And just looking at the fuel as well, just looking through all the cars, we've got Neil just under half a tank. Remember, we can see this, guys. You guys, the drivers can't, obviously, because they're that busy racing their own, they can't see everyone's. We've got Video wide off at Mulsanne, and TY goes through. Video's rejoining, TY gets in now. TY's slowing down. Now, there's the contact there. Red Bull goes straight through the middle, and TY's waiting, so that will possibly contact there. Don't know if you saw anything, Will, but I know I didn't.
Yeah, I jumped on right as that happened. TY did give Video a slight bump, but that was almost like he checked up or Video slid a bit, and TY was expecting him to get that corner a bit.
Right, so TY just a little bit later on the brakes, and Video just probably was a bit too cautious into the corner, a little tap, and then that was what happened with the rest. we've got Bidster now right behind Video, so Bidster trying to sneak his way up the field. So in the Mazda, he's got TY right behind him now, so TY not letting him go, even though he's just had that moment. Red Bull are now back into third, but he's got a bit of a gap now between himself and Rodders and Neil. Rodders and Neil looking like they're pulling away now.
This battle between Keith and Seek, Keith's gotten back around, and he's doing better, a lot better on fuel, it looks like, than Seek is also. So he's able to save fuel and keep up at the same time.
Yeah, which is good.
That might be reeling him back into the leaders. Which
is good, but also now, if you think about it, with Seek behind, now he can save fuel, so that could work both ways, because now Keith's got to punch that hole in the air, and that can make all the difference. As Video's got a penalty he's going to get rid of by the line. He's not got rid of it all yet, so he's got to slow down a bit more. Bidster and TY are going to be right on the back of him now out of here, as he goes slow out in the corner. Bidster gets a good run, and TY as well. I'll let you handle this one, Will.
And it looks like Bid's going to go around. Looks like, will they both go around? Oh no, Video gets to jump out of the corner and still keep place.
Madness. We go into the chicane. I'm already at the chicane. Video goes wide, and Bidster could go for a switchback here. Could go for the classic Bidster switchback, but I don't think that it didn't work. Again, Video getting good traction with that Jaguar. I'm really surprised at the slow corner traction for that Jaguar out the slow corners. Really surprised.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's been doing that. You can tell every time that somebody catches that Jag up and slow corner comes, that's when he does his little gap like he's doing now.
Yeah.
But the Mazda and the Nissan will probably catch it up within the fast corner.
Yeah, so we've got the rest here. There goes Red Bull. Red Bull's got a 1 second penalty again as well, so probably running wide at Tetra Rouge. Probably trying to really get a bit too much speed onto the straight. Callum's right on the back of TY now. Will Callum go for the pass? Yes, he is. He's not bothering saving fuel now. He's now choosing now's the time. So, do you think this is a bit too early for Callum?
I mean, it could be, but you don't know, because it looks like the TY will be going back high.
It's folded back in.
Rodders and Neil is going at it up here too. It looks like
well, you'll take this one.
Might take it. Like the Porsche up in the side by, but the Nissan, the Mazda is going to be. Oh, he's gonna have a line. Oh wow, Neil getting really down on the brakes in that corner. That's what got him pretty much. If not, Porsche would have had it. So he had the outright speed in line, but he had good brakes in that one.
Well, Neil keeps hold of the race lead then, so it's Neil in the lead from Rodders in second place. Also, just to point out as well, should have mentioned this at the start, my apologies, but it's double points for this race as well. So that's the other reason why people will be fighting even harder for position, as we've got double points on the board for doing double distance effectively. As we've got Red Bull and Video alongside each other. Video slices in front of Red Bull just as he come into Indianapolis. Oh my word, and now Red Bull fighting back, trying to get the traction, but again, the slow corner traction of that Jaguar. And now Bidster's right behind Red Bull. Ooh, cooey. It's Bidster, he's back. He's trying to get stuck in. TY slides out the corner, and Video, what do you reckon of that slice, Will? Absolutely sliced in front of him into the corner.
That was a brave move coming down Indianapolis. It's hard to set up. It's almost a one-line corner. If you don't get it right, you're going wide. So that was a good move by Video.
Yeah. Red Bull diving for the inside. No way through there. Almost spelling disaster. I think Red Bull's getting a bit hot under the collar here. He's really trying to find a way through, but just getting a bit too carried away there. And also, we've got to look at the fuel level now, Will. This could be pit stop time, because look at the fuel level of most of the cars. We are looking at pit stops now.
And what I'm noticing is so far, the Sauber is actually doing the worst on fuel. It has the lowest
bang!
Fuel out of everybody.
Into the pits, they all hit the wall. And Red Bull spun in the pit lane entrance. Callum gets in, but Red Bull's lost it in the pit lane entrance, and he's glitched back onto the track. Did you see that? It just glitched him onto the track. Madness. But we've got Callum and Video in. Yep, Callum and Video in for the early stops, but yeah, like you say, Will, he'll have to go around again, and that's not good news. And we've got Callum and Video, in the pits now. They are filling up heavy with fuel. I'm surprised Callum's come in with the hard tyres, unless he's figured out these hard tyres are not working, but he's gone out on another set of hards. So unless he knows something we don't. And then there goes Keith. Where's Seek? There he is. So they've come out right in the middle of Keith and Seek, so that's good news for them. They actually get a draft back up the field now.
Oh yeah, that's going to help that whole little pack right there. Is them them coming out of the pits when they did.
Yeah, but the only difference is look at Seek's fuel level compared to Keith's. Seek's fuel is hardly existent. Keith's actually got enough fuel to run with these guys for a good few laps.
Yeah, Keith's been holding his fuel really well compared to other cars in the group. Two of them just filled up.
Yeah, we got looking at.
Seek goes wide.
I think on the replay we'll have a little tiny bit ahead here on the bottom left clock. I'm approaching 7:15 now. Oh, you're a bit more ahead then. Trying to get it synchronised up, that's all. So I'm bottom left clock. I'm 17:30. So
okay, there we go.
There we go, that's it. So I'm 17th. We're just looking at Red Bull coming over, and then we've got video, Callum and Keith alongside each other, all together. So you'll synchronise at the same time as me now, will you? So 17:45, 46 roughly, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool, nice one. So we've got video and Callum alongside each other. Keith just waiting behind, just waiting to see if anything's going to happen between these lot and Keith. Oh, I thought Keith were going for the move there, but he's not. Video slots in the middle, but Keith, I don't know whether that was out breaking himself or actually trying for the move, but if that was trying for the move, good on him.
Yeah, this is a good battle right here. Seeing all these cars together, it's gonna be interesting going down the Mach 1 and see who's gonna go where.
Yeah, exactly. As we got going down the straight into Indianapolis, and it's Callum ahead. So video, Callum pulling ahead a little bit. Oh, it now says Callum's on soft tyres on my screen. So beg your pardon. It must have had a little glitch in the timing. But yes, Callum is now on the soft tyres. So that's why he's suddenly got all this pace.
Something's going on with Keith, because out of that corner, the Jag and the Porsche got a great run out of it. He dropped back.
Well, he's on the hard tyres, don't forget, and Red Bull and Callum now are on the soft tyres, which could spell a big difference as Neil and Rodders are in the pits. I'll let you take the pit lane, Will, as I just focus on this action between Callum, Video and Red Bull, as Red Bull goes back from 5th to 7th and Video goes through. How's the pit stops going?
Looks like so far they're both on softs, and they're probably going to take in a full tank of fuel. Because you don't want to go too little out of it, because then you'll run out, or you have to make another stop and you don't really need to.
Yeah, and also looking at the fuel on the way in, Neil looks worse on fuel on the way in.
Yeah, he was down there too, along with Red Bull on the fuel.
Yeah, and Seek's in.
Coming in now.
Seek's in. Seek's in, he's got 1 litre of fuel left, so Seek really pushing the boat out with the fuel there. 1 litre of fuel left, so he's not been holding back on the fuel. Either that or that Jaguar's been drinking like a drunk. But absolutely madness as we go out the pit. So we'll run you through the order in a little bit, ladies and gentlemen. So we'll just let things settle down after the pit stops. But we've got Seek and Red Bull in now, so Red Bull actually made the pit lane this time.
Yeah, look at which if he did, he was not making it back around.
Now, yeah, he got in with only a litre or 2 litres of fuel in. So very lucky to survive there. But if Seek can actually catch up to him now, Red Bull might be able to pull him back up, because Seek's now on the soft tyres.
Yeah, so that should make a big difference in the whole field being on soft. So we'll be able to see who's gonna have the speed where, because everybody's pretty much even at this point.
Yeah, so let's give you a little look. So TY is the only car on track, if I'm not mistaken, Will, that's not pitted yet.
I don't know. He hasn't pitted. He's only down to about a quarter of a tank of fuel, and his tires are really getting worn. So
yeah,
we'll see what Neil can do coming down the next lap or 2.
Yeah, and looking at how he's pushing and the brakes glowing on that Nissan, he's pushing. He's on an in-lap. I can tell he's on an in-lap. Either that or he's going to do a couple of laps. But them softs will not last very much longer. As Neil and Rodders close together, as we've just flicked back down towards Mulsanne corner. Neil goes a bit wide. Rodders goes wide as well. And Callum has caught right up to him. Where has Callum come from?
Callum is one of those that when he gets on the softs on an outlap, he's going to push it hard. So he's going to be coming back up into this group and really making it play for him.
Yeah, well, the outlap, quite a fast lap. It doesn't count as the fastest lap of the race because Rodders and Neil bashing door handles on again as you go into the corner. Rodders goes off at Indianapolis. Controversial moment in the race. Rodders goes off and Neil goes through. Oh, how would you call that one, Will?
that almost looked like a racing incident. But then again, it's not a great move to go too wide in an Indy. It can't work. It's got to be really precise, or you can't get too racy with it, because then you're going to have an incident like that.
Yeah, exactly, mate. And that's what happened to Rodders, and a bit too much speed into the corner, and then round we go. There's Callum and Neil. Callum all over the back of Neil Farmack now. The Porsche on that Mazda. And I think Callum's hungry for position here. Fuel again. Callum's actually a bit worse off on fuel, but we all know Callum can save fuel pretty much like a hybrid in these cars, which is a bit of an advantage. But oh, TY's gone round again. Oh, even more stranger strategies, Will.
About losing it out of the Ford chicane. He's pushing hard. So in the next few laps, you should expect him to come in.
Yeah, well, I would imagine, looking at the fuel, Will, I think it'll be the end of this lap, I would imagine, but we'll see. You never know with TY. But Keith's in as well. Keith's in now. Fuel finally giving up on him, and I think he'll be getting rid of those hard tyres because they've not done him any favours. We'll see how he goes. If you just want to have a look at what tyres he goes on, Will, I'm just going to go back to Rodders and video, through Dunlop, and I thought there was a move being made there, but no, Rodders holds on. And what tyres has Keith put on? Have you seen yet?
At the moment, my screen is still showing his hards, but I imagine he would have to win this song.
So let's have a little look back. He's still in the pit, so he's just coming out now. It should tell you his tyres.
And he's went with the
should be on the bottom left graphic. He's on the hards again.
He's on the hards.
Keith doing something that not everyone else is doing, so clearly he knows something that we don't. Either that or he's just pressed the wrong button. I know it sounds daft, but it happens. Oh, Neil on the straight, Will. Just quickly to the straight. Neil slows down and lets Callum through. Strange strategy there. Could that be something to do with draft? Not sure.
That almost looks like he's trying to fuel save or set him up for Mulsanne. Yeah. It's almost because he knows that he was probably going to catch him in the draft and would rather him pass in the corner than Callum passing.
Looks like he's staying behind him. We can hear the Mazda lifting as he goes, so he's got no intent on passing him. So unless he wants Callum to try and pull him up the field or save fuel, so Neil probably playing the long game here. Because it's not like Neil to give up a position.
No, it's not. I know firsthand.
Yeah, we all know firsthand. We've all been there, Will. We've all been there. We know what Neil's like. He gets his elbows out. He fights to the death. But that is strange. So he must have a good reason for doing so. Meanwhile, we've got Rodders and Video back and forth in the fifth. Video looking like he might be setting up for a move into Indianapolis. No way through there. Rodders defending slightly into the corner now, so feeling like he's got to move the car, change the direction as we go into Arnage. Again, watch the traction of the Jaguar out of here. And he does get good traction, but that Porsche got quite good traction out of there as well that time.
Oh yeah, that Porsche that's a good area for it. Also, along with the Porsche curve, that's where they're gonna. I think that's where we're gonna see a lot of the battles coming through. Oh, and Video is sliding right through on Rodders onto the Porsche curve.
Yeah, goes straight through on Rodders there. So yeah, straight through on Rodders, slicing through. Rodders then down to fifth, and Video takes it slightly there.
Coming back through, it's going to get racy coming out of the Porsche chicane, and TY is finally making a stop.
Yeah.
Looks like he finally was forced to.
Yeah, I think he's just slightly ahead of me there, but it's okay. It's all cool as we go into the chicane. Video back round. So yeah, I think I'm running about 5 seconds or 10 seconds behind you, Will, so it's okay. We're about as synced up as we can be. As we go out of the corner, TY's in the pits then. Video goes out the last corner and gets a penalty, but that's okay. You can get a penalty out of the last corner, but then you've got to get rid of it by the end of the lap. If you get it going into the chicane, you've got to get rid of it. So, just a little time check, Will. I've just gone to 26:05 now. So I think you're running slightly ahead. So,
okay.
If you want to, what time are you at?
I'm at 26:10.
26:10. I'm at 26:20 now.
There we go. Now we're back up.
And then through Tetra Rouge, and Video's gone over the curb, nicely done there. And then we've got Rodders behind him on the straight. 0.7 of a second penalty for Video, but again, he's getting rid of it slowly. So TY's pitted. Where's he come back out? He's come back behind Bidster. He's hard tyres for TY. Strange.
That is pretty strange. I don't know, unless he knows something we don't. I don't.
Well, you're the expert on endurance races. You should know a bit more about endurance races because you've been there and done that. But yeah, strange.
I mean, he was probably expecting to see the long haul of the race, not looking to get too much into it at the moment. Probably what he was doing.
And then we've got Callum and Neil. Neil's back ahead of Callum. Neil's back ahead of Callum. And we've got Neil and Callum together. And we've got Rodders and Video together. I'll take Callum and Neil as we go into the Mulsanne. And Neil breaks very late into the corner and just makes the apex as Callum goes through, gets a possible run. Over to you, Will.
It looks like Rodders is going to get him Video on the draft. And he's got a great draft. Almost like Video let him by there.
Yeah, well, it was strange if Video did let him by, but unless, oh, look at the fuel of Video's car. That might be why.
Oh yeah, he's going down. I don't know. He went from not having that bad mileage to he went through a lot of fuel since he pitted. He's only pitted about 5 laps ago. He pitted.
So clearly got his engine turned up. Then he's not saving as much fuel as the rest. So unless it's a strategy he's got, unless he's confident in the speed of the car, unless he's not confident in the speed of the car when it's got lower turned down, when the engine's turned down. So could be anything. But Neil Farmack leads the race then from Callum. So starting to gap Callum a bit now, as Callum's still got less fuel than Neil, but that doesn't necessarily mean he's going to pit first, knowing Callum. Rodders in third, Video fourth, finally got rid of that penalty. The Jaguar is I'm really surprised at how quick the Jaguar is round these Porsche curves, because in practice they weren't looking promising.
I mean, the Jags, I've noticed through most of the races I've been in with them, that in practice they kind of almost, I don't say set back, but they didn't do as well, and then when the race came, that's when they really shined through and wins.
Yeah, and just as you said about shining through, I think Video had shiny tyres there going into the chicane because he absolutely had the massive wobble under braking, but gets away with it. But Rodders has now gapped him by another half second or so that could make all the difference when it comes to the draft, because as soon as you lose that draft, you've had it. For example, Bidster, who's in 5th place, he's not got a draft and he's in 5th on his own, doing 3-minute 11s, while the people in the draft are doing 3-minute 8, 3-minute 9. So big difference there. Bidster on his own in 5th, TY in 6th. Oh, TY's ghosted. So as TY had a problem there, his last, lap 8 was a 3:41 and the last lap was a 3:14. So TY, I don't know whether he's struggling on his tyres, but there's something wrong with TY.
It's probably them tires he's on. He's probably not liking them by what it sounded like.
Yeah, because the in lap was a 3:13, you can understand that, but the first lap on the hard tyres was actually slower than the last lap that he did on the worn softs, so that's not a good sign. The hard should be at least a good half second to a second quicker than worn softs, easy. So, strange one. Red Bull and Seek on a nice battle here. The Battle of Belgium as Seek one goes out the corner and gets Red Bull into Tetra Rouge. Whew, that was close. And now Red Bull saying, have that, I'm having you back. And down the straight they go. Sauber versus Jaguar. Oh my word, you wouldn't think these two are from the same country, because they were battling like Vikings.
I've been watching this battle since the Mulsanne, and it had a great side-by-side pass down in the Mulsanne by Red Bull. And they stayed side-by-side all the way through it until Red Bull finally got the jump coming out of it.
Madness as we go down the stretch. Red Bull again in the draft of seat 1, both together. Probably the best battle on track at the moment as Red Bull pulls out, slides to the side, and goes alongside. But I don't think the Sauber's got the top end on the Jaguar to get past in a straight line.
No, that's... with me having experience with Sauber, it don't have enough speed just like the Jags do.
So where would you say the strength of the Sauber lies, Will?
Either more out of a slower corner, if you can get that great jump out of it, or it has great brakes. So if you can get them going
like
into the corner and coming out,
like
yeah,
there,
like right there.
As Red Bull's just showed us there, just go sliding up the inside of Seek. Oh, look at who that is in the background. Keith's coming to play.
Yeah, Keith's starting to reel them back in. You've been watching them. You can every lap that this battle's been going on, you can see Keith getting closer and closer and closer.
I'll just point out as well, Keith's just done the fastest lap on hard tyres in the race, 3 minute 10.9 on hards. That's not bad going. when the cars ahead on softs just started doing 3-minute 10s, 3-minute 9s as Red Bull runs wide. Seat 1 goes to the inside. Red Bull, was he a bit too hot in today? I didn't quite have the right camera angle.
It looked like he went too hot into the start of the corner and then went on coming on the outside of the corner because it was too much speed coming out. There was no way to slow it down.
Right, okay, as we look at Neil with Callum right behind him out of the chicane, and Rod is there in 3rd. We've got Video pitted in 4th. So just before we get into the pit stop action, we'll just take a moment to get some replays into the first half of the action for you now. Here are the Part 1 replays. Okay, here's the first of the replays, and on board with Rodders at the start, so let's see what Will thinks of this.
And Rodder was a good start, but Red will slide right over from the middle of it, and he's going to make it too wide going into the first turn. I mean, takes the lead, but it's not really great to go 3 wide at the start. You see Keith and Callum kind of getting themselves and pushing each other wide.
Ooh, getting pushed each other wide a bit, yeah, and then Keith gets hit off there, and that's how he went off into the gravel. He's going back on board with Keith, that's how he got pushed off into the gravel. There's a bit of contact with Rodders. We'll get a different angle on that for you now. Okay, and now we go on board with video from the start to get a different angle because we'll be able to see what happened proper to Keith from this. So, do you want to take it away, Will?
And at the start, everything looks good. But you see Red Bull getting a bit touchy. Oh, pushing him off the track just a bit. And you see he's really taking it hard. And it starts off with Callum pushing Keith wide, and there it probably unsettles the car, and then Rado just gets off on the curb and pushes him out wide, and there he falls back.
And now we have a look at Seat 1's incident on lap 1 going into Indianapolis, and it's a bit of a scary one, Will.
Yeah, and you can tell he's getting a great run on bid starting. He goes a bit wide on the start of it, and then it just doesn't work out, and now he gets on the gravel and then spins the tire.
Round he goes, yeah, touches the gravel with the back tyres, that's all it took, and then now he's got to chase all that back down again. Now we go on to lap 2 for a replay of Neil Farmack and all the other idiots on the straight going down at it. This is madness, Will.
Yeah, it's starting to pack up and trying to find a place to go, which Neil is smart to go there. It's tight, but he gets 3 there, and from there on, that sets up where we're coming down to a 2x2. Gets a draft, and it goes 3 wide on lap 2.
And we're looking to the side now, we're looking back, and we can see TY pulls out behind us as well. And then we've got video alongside him, and look, we just cleared them all, but now we're looking back down the straight. We're just going to finish off this one by looking at Neil backwards down the straight. So we're looking at the rear view of Neil's car, and Rodders is catching up to us now, and we've got and he's going for the inside, and then video looks like he's just got the legs on the Nissan, and as we go down into Mulsanne, it's going to get close. And into the braking zone, and whoa! Just get missed by Rodders, and video gets up the inside, and then the battle continues. And now a replay of TY and video. This one's a bit strange, Will.
Yeah, it is, because you can tell. I mean, they're good separated apart. All of a sudden, it closes down in. Video gets a bit slipped on there, and then TY has nowhere to go.
Yeah, TY just completely outbraking himself there, but he does the honourable thing of letting video rejoin as Red Bull slices through the middle, and Bidster comes up now. Bidster's got a good run, and Bidster looking like he's going to be hungry down at the next corner to get video. So we'll leave that replay there.
Alright, it's the start of another replay, and we see that we're going to see that Red Bull is going to be going into the pit along with video, and he gets a little too hot in there. Both of them hit the wall, and 3 people hit the wall all at the same time, getting a little hot going out in the pit.
Yeah, and then we're just looking at Red Bull now, and Red Bull just absolutely I don't know why the game decided to reset in there, but it did, and it was very strange, Will.
Yeah, very, very strange. Alright, and let's start another replay here. You see the 2 Porsches getting a bit racy with the Mazda. And now it's going to be interesting coming down into Indy. They tap one time, and then that just sets up where Rado goes way wide and off the track and into the wall.
Thank you for watching another race by LPB Racing, or at least half a race, because this is the Group C Le Mans Classic special event, and that is the end of part 1. We'll see you for part 2.